Yo, what is up, Gijs Army? As you already know, my name is Gijs Tiegelaar. I always liked silly and creative robot designs. As a kid, I used to love the show BattleBots. Just the thought of two big robots getting in the ring together with hammers and spinners and fire was epic to me. Today, we are going to talk about a robot that isn't as good as fighting as the BattleBots were, but sure is interesting. Today, we are going to talk about the Slothbot. Here is a little sneak peek of what our little friend looks like. Imagine yourself as a biologist. You are performing research on various bird and bat species in a rainforest. The point of your research is to collect data about the species in their natural habitat. You can't just walk through the rainforest because you will scare off the animals, and it probably isn't very safe because you never know what is lurking in the shadows. Setting up cameras and microphones is giving you data on their behavior, but not about the species itself, its demographics, and the environment. Previously, there was one popular way to collect data about bird and bat species. This is using mist nets. A mist net is usually made out of nylon or polyester. They are set up between two trees. To lure animals to fly into it, because they aren't dumb and they think, ooh, I want to fly in that net. The net either makes mating noises or they will equip it with food that attracts the species you want to research. Once a bird or a bat flies into it, they get tangled up in the structure of the net and get stuck. Mist netting is a popular way and important tool for monitoring species diversity, population size, and demography. Just overall knowledge about the species as a whole. Even though, as of today, mist netting is a popular way to get research data about birds and bats, there are several problems that come with mist netting.
1.
While the animals fly into the net and get themselves tangled up, they can really hurt themselves.
2.
There are people needed to watch the net. If an animal flies into it and they get stuck in there for long enough, they will tire themselves out and this can lead to death.
3.
When releasing the animals out of the net, especially with bats in the night, you need to watch out because they tend to bite and pass on diseases. And I'm not sure you will turn into Batman. Mist netting has both advantages and disadvantages. The disadvantages raise the question at Georgia Tech: how can we optimize gathering data about bird and bat species and their environment without hurting them? This is where the idea of the Slothbot was born. The Slothbot is a hyper-energy efficient robot that lives among the trees. Its main function is gathering data about the environment and the animals that live there. It is equipped with light, temperature, humidity, pressure, and gas sensors and is built with materials that can withstand any weather circumstances. Just like the net, the Slothbot can produce sounds to lure the animals. Just like a regular sloth, the Slothbot moves incredibly slow. The main reason for this laziness is so that it can't scare other animals but really becomes a part of the ecosystem. Another question that was raised is, why don't you just use static sensors to check on the environment? The problem with static sensors is that they are constrained by power availability. And in environments like a rainforest, you're not going to be able to get enough power from solar panels because the dense trees are in the way. The slothbot can crawl out from beneath a tree to find some sun to recharge itself, sunbathe for a while, and then crawl right back to resume collecting data. In conclusion, the Slothbot is a sustainable invention that is used to collect data from animals and their environment without causing harm to them. I hope you're convinced by this presentation that the Slothbot is a sick creation. Feel free to ask questions or give tips and suggestions. Film on point, hope you felt the flow. Enjoyed the show, now it's time to go!